Hi, my name is Wade Laszlo. I'm a union steward with the Minnesota Public Employees Association, and I'd like to speak a little bit about the so-called Freedom of Employment constitutional amendment that was passed on March 12th by the Commission on Judiciary and Public Safety at the Minnesota State Capitol. This is a right-to-work bill. It is a union-busting, anti-union bill, and it's very Orwellian in the name that they speak of it as a freedom of employment. I'd like to make a few points on that. First of all, workers already have freedom of employment. They have a right not to be members of a union. Only 15% of Minnesotans belong to a labor union. That means that 85% of all the jobs out there are non-union. If you don't want to be a member of a union, work for one of those 85% of the jobs that are non-union. Number two, if you go to work at a union shop, that means the majority of people voted to have a labor union in there. It's easy to bring a union in. It's also easy to get a union out. I started with the Hennepin County Sheriff's Department as the detention deputy in the jail in 1990. We're on our third union since I've been there. We started out with LELS. We moved on to Teamsters Local 320, and last October when we had our fill of them, we decertified them and went with the Minnesota Public Employees Association. Our members could just as easily have gotten those cards from the Bureau of Mediation Services and voted to go non-union. It is a very, very simple, easy procedure. It takes a simple 51% vote of your people. This is about union busting. It's about taking away our jobs and our benefits. The sad thing is a little over 75 years ago, right here in Minneapolis, blood was shed for people to have the right to organize and to be members of unions, and this is nothing more than a employer-backed bill to make it even harder on employees in hard economic times. Interestingly, before the modern labor movement that we have now, most Americans worked 6 days a week, 10 to 12 hours a day, with little or low wages and little or no benefits whatsoever. Benefits came as a result of unions. The 8-hour days came as a result of unions. And a lot of people today say, well, we don't need labor unions. Well, let me ask you something. How many of your neighbors right now are working 6 or 7 days a week, 10 to 12 hours a day, working 2, maybe 3 part-time jobs just to make ends meet? We've kind of gone full circle. This is nothing more than a union-busting measure. If anything, now more than ever, Minnesotans need to be members of a union. We need to stick together. We need to show solidarity. We need to fight for what's rightfully ours, and it is the right to be organized and have a united voice in negotiating fair contracts with our employers. Thank you.